I am DM Zone. This is Gamers Oasis. Let's get into it. In this video, I'm going to go ahead and talk to dead people. We are going to talk about the spell Speak with Dead People. I know this could be seen as a bit of a morbid or dark subject, but the original Dungeons & Dragons does not express their thoughts on that. They leave that up to you. What I mean by that is this spell allows the caster to conversate with a dead body. Normally a fresh or more of a recently deceased person or creature would probably be the best way of putting that. But these conversations, you're able to ask 3 questions. And as it is clearly stated, there is no duration. You can see this being represented actually in the newest Dungeons & Dragons movie, Honor Amongst Thieves, when they don't ask enough questions and they leave the dead there. Now, there are some level restrictions, such as if you're first level to 7th level, obviously, and if you're doing it first level, it's with a scroll. I would say that scrolls come in at 6th level, as they are stated, unless it's purposely cast at a higher level. And those can only speak with the dead that have been dead for less than a D4 days. Now, at 8th level to 20th level, that changes to a D4 months. And anyone higher than that has no limit on how old the dead needs to be or can be, and then be able to talk to it. Now, the last part of that asks a lot of questions, like if you were to find the ancient king who is long dead, hundreds and hundreds of years, thousands of years, could they talk? Do you have to have the head for this to work? Do they need lungs so they're able to breathe out the words? Can they draw or write to convey their message, or can they at least point on a map to maybe indicate what's going on or who the bad guy is? What if you find buried treasure, and inside the treasure you find the skull of something inside with the treasure? Is that enough of the body for that to be able to talk? What if they're only able to talk about things when they're alive? Do they retain knowledge of things that have happened afterwards? Have you ever seen the Dresden Files? What if you're able to store some sort of knowledge in there and it will willfully talk to you when it wants to, but something like Speak with Dead forces it to talk with you? And it's kind of like the dark side, the black magic of that type of world. There are so many questions that can come from this type of spell, in so many ways this spell could be rewrote. I think one of the things that also comes to my mind is, what if the entirety of the body is not in the same plane of existence? What if part of it stuck in a pocket dimension, like inside of a bag of holding, or maybe part of it got sucked into a different elemental plane or something of that nature? How does that work in that situation? Is there some sort of are you able to converse with that part of the body? Does the head know what the feet did? Does the feet know what the head did? If you don't need just the head, is it a disembodied voice? Can you speak to a ghost, if there is a ghost? A lot of questions, right? I guess another question with all this joking around I should probably get into is, where does this morally fall? I think for sure not all the gods in your world probably would allow this. And some gods would give you a bonus to how far back you can go, maybe a D4 plus 1, for example. But certainly not all of them. This might be a forbidden spell for some. However, that part isn't in the game. So with this spell, while it creates more adventure and takes a bit out of the sails for like a mystery adventure, it probably does some world creation in the process. Maybe this is where some of the death cults really push forward on this type of stuff. Anyways, guys, what'd I get right? What'd I get wrong? Let me know down in the comments what you think. Hope you guys have a great day, and see you guys in the next one. Keep rolling those dice. Bye.